Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So this is part 3 of my visit to Rutland Antiques and Art Centre in Uppingham. Yeah, and I'm still thrashing around in the dark with the modern glass. You know how it goes. It's just the way it is. Yeah. Do make a couple of good finds in there though, so yeah, not totally useless. So with that said, let's get on with the film. I've got a Raven's Head bark vase here. I can't remember the dates for it. I think the design's by Alexander Hardy Williamson. I will look in the books and see if there's a date for it. So I'm back with the trusty 20th century glass here, and yeah, so this is the vase that we were looking at. They have the Ravenhead ones have this distinctive, like, crimped edge. I mean, it's got like a vertical naturalistic pattern on it, but you can see this crimp here. Can you see it here? If I expand that out, no, it doesn't do. Oh, yeah, it doesn't do that, does it? Yeah, that's how you do it. There you go. So you can see it's got this crimp. You see it go all the way around here as well. Yeah, so that's how you can really distinguish them. And also, how does he know it's Ravenhead? Let me go back a page here. Go back to the main page, scroll down, and yeah, because he's got a boxed one. There it is. So, as I've said previously, labels, boxes, catalogues, all of those, all the original stuff that goes with it, that's your guarantee quite often. So anyway, there you go. It's definitely a Ravenhead vase, that blue one. A couple of cedar bone bud vases here. Blue, they're not normally blue though. I mean, it is one of the colours. There's quite a few colours, but yeah, you can see with the bubbles. And let's have a look underneath it because it's right here. You can see it has a completely polished base. By the genius of being mind-numbingly persistent, I have found that decanter, and it turns out when I was saying, yeah, it's cool, designery, etc., it's because it's by Ralph Lauren crystal. Yeah, and it's not cheap either. So yeah, I haven't found any sold ones, but these are all in the US, and you look, $395. Oh no, £379. What am I saying? £331. This one's for sale. This one's another £379. I think that's all of the ones that are for sale on here. But yeah, you can see the glasses. They're all going for. I think this is an ice bucket. But yeah, the glasses are making good money too. So yeah, Glen Played by Ralph Lauren. I can't remember what price it was on for, but probably too cheap. Now we know that it's Ralph Lauren. So we've got some paperweights. I don't know these ones, but this one, this is nice. Is it marked? Oh yeah. What's it say? Wedgwood. It does. Yeah, I was speculating on that. Because there's a few people that make them a bit like that. There's Tyne Valley and Isle of Wight make them with this kind of textured pattern as well. But I knew it would tell me something if I picked it up. So I mentioned, well, we saw that the apple was Wedgwood there, and here it is, the Wedgwood one. I'll put this over here, you can see it's this like textured pattern. Then I mentioned two other makers. Does that make it bigger? Oh, not really that much bigger, but anyway, that's the Wedgwood one. Then if we go here, this is the Isle of Wight one. The texture's a bit different. Can you see? But if we look at the Tyne Valley one is more similar.
Look at that. Still slightly different texture. The difference is that the stem is not clear. That's got the same textured red pattern underneath. Also, if I go scroll down, I think on this here they've got this one has the little label on it, but also on the bottom. This is why I was saying you need to turn it over and have a look. So this one does look like the beige one, but it says TVG, Tyne Valley Glass. So yeah, you need to. Sometimes it's lots of things that look the same, and sometimes you know they're going to be marked, so you can just pick them up and have a look. So anyway, just thought I'd highlight that. Yeah, this is why you have difficulties IDing stuff sometimes, and yeah, if you know there's lots of similar things and there is no mark, sometimes you're just you have to go away, look it up in a book, and look at it very carefully. Go, is it this? And even then, sometimes you can't tell. But anyway, just thought I'd show you what I was talking about there.
My brain is desperately trying to remember. I think these are Davidson or Sowerby. Looks like uranium glass. What's she got written? Oh, Bagley. That's... Yeah. I might be able to get a date for those. So I knew it was one of the big ones, but I couldn't remember. It was not coming to me.
So my first thoughts when I was looking at those bowls, I was thinking, yeah, it's Davidson's. And this is what I was thinking of, but it's not Davidson's. Well, if it is, it's not this. You can see this has a bit of detail here. So it's got this same kind of swirl with the scalloped edge. These little half circles that are not on the one that we were looking at. It does have a swirly center like this. But yeah, there's little bits of detail on it that are not quite the same. And I'm thinking, well, if it's not that, the only other thing I can think of is there's a American anchor hocking pattern called swirl. And I had a look at that. And this is the other way, in fact, because this is what I'm thinking of. See, it's got a slightly scalloped edge, this swirly ribbed pattern. And in fact, look, here's a green one here, look. But the middle is completely plain. In fact, this one doesn't even have any scalloping on it at all. But the others do. So this is what I was thinking it would be this. So you've got the same scalloped edge, you've got the same kind of ribbed swirly pattern. But it's not this either. So it's somewhere between them. A different company. That's, they're doing a similar thing. One's in the UK and one's from America, but it's neither of them. Yeah, I'll just have to keep my eyes open going forward, and eventually I'll work it out and maybe I'll see another one.
There's some more interesting stuff in here that I don't recognise. Obviously, I recognise the Acida bone vases there. There's two. But yeah, Japanese bud vase. Never seen that before. That's quite nice. This is quite nice as well. The Murano. What's the other thing in the back there? Vintage green. Yeah. Don't recognise that either.
Thought I'd do a quick reminder of this one. This is the Acida catalogue for 1971, and I've downloaded it from the Matt Lindor website. And yeah, so I think this is the one we're looking at, and yeah, he's got a whole bunch of colours here down here, but yeah, blue is the less common one. Normally you see them in red, and then there's like a bunch of other colours, but red is like the normal colour, and all the others are a bit less common. That's all I can really say about that. Really wanted to find the Japanese bud vase there, because I've not seen that before. I had to go through 20th century glass, and that's a big nope. So I did a general search for it, and yeah, no, it didn't appear, because Japan. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give up on that, and I don't know if I'll ever see it again because I've not seen it before.
Chance Brothers. Yeah. Chance Brothers handkerchief vase. This is the bigger size, so see how big it is. What price has she got on it? £18. So actually for a big one, that's a good price. I don't recognise this. I'm not going to pick it up and have a look underneath. And oh yes, and also here, this is a Davidson's ashtray, and it looks very, very like the Whitefriars ones, but the base is not polished. Yeah. So I mean the texture is different and everything, but easy to remember. The base is not polished. So yeah, because Davidsons make pressed glass, so they're not into all that polishing.
So I thought, rather than going to Miller's 20th Century Glass or British Glass or British 20th Century Glass by Charles Hadjimatch, I thought I'd go to the 20th Century Glass website for a change and to find a piece of Chance Brothers glass. And yeah, they do have it in a different colour. This is the smaller one. I don't know how much he's selling this for, but there's a few down here. You can see different prices, a bit all over the place. And these handkerchief vases, I think they're getting a bit more popular. That one was a larger one though. And yeah, I think if you're going to buy them, try and go for the larger ones because they're a lot less common. Anyway, it's called Cordon, introduced in 1961. What's interesting to me is he's got this book here that as a reference, Chance Expressions by David Ensel. So I thought, I've not seen that book, so I'll try and find it. So went to Amazon and they don't have it. Went to eBay, they don't have it. Went to A-Books and they don't have it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to keep an eye out, see how much it when it does come on, see how much it comes on for, because I see a lot of Chance Brothers. I think some of it's going to come up and coming. I don't think that the kitsch stuff, if you look at some of these things here, these things, yeah, these are not so cool, but these are always going to be cool. And I think there's enough patterns and colours to make them collectible. There's two sizes, and then you've got like this one in about 3 or 4 colours, and this one in 3 or 4 colours, and this one in 3 or 4 colours. And do you know what I mean? I think there's about 10 different types in 3 or 4 colours, and then you've got 2 sizes too. So you could be trying to collect these, and the bigger sizes are quite rare and hard to find. So yeah, you could be collecting these for a very long time.
This is quite nice. It's got Czech Rosis, booby what's it? Booby tears vase. Jury Let's see if I can find this and find the actual catalogue version or whatever for it. That's quite a nice thing. Nice colour. Yeah, these rib vases. There's the Whitefriars ones, and then there's the Home Guard ones, and then there's all the others that nobody seems to know about, and I think that's one of all the others.
We're looking at the Czech Glass Guide at the section for Recise, I think it's called. And yeah, it's not called a Booby Tears vase. It's called a 5201/180 vase. Yeah, so and yeah, that colour is not here, is it? Dun, dun, dun. This is too dark a green. It was like a pale green, wasn't it? So more of a uranium green. Don't know if it was uranium or not, but none of these. So anyway, we do have a year, 1977, and yeah, they've confirmed that the the designer is this Jiri Babek. So, yeah, that's all good.
This Medina, rare early Medina. Yeah, Medina's starting to make money now. So that's quite interesting piece. It doesn't look like it normally does. This is interesting as well. It's very brutalist looking vase in the back here. Look, it's a glass German gent vase, 1960. Let's see if we can find this.
So I started looking around for some Medina glass with this funny opaque texture, because normally you get these colours but they're a bit more translucent, but this is very opaque. I found this one on sale on First Dibs, and shockingly it's sold, and the price on here is £525.11. Now I think this is a taller bottle, so it's like the vase we were looking at is probably about cut off about midway by comparison, but flipping heck, £525 sold. Yeah. So the one thing I have been noticing is that Medina glass seems to be going up in value, and the rarer bits are getting more rarefied. I did find this one here. Yeah, and I've googled, so there's only these two examples I could find, which is on 20th century glass. So of course, obviously we're going to jump to 20th century glass, see what he says. And yeah, he's saying it's from the 70s, which is early days for Medina. And yeah, it's sold. There's no price. I think there was a price here, was there? £73. So it is gone at £73. So yeah, this particular colour, or you know, there's lots of they do these kinds of vases, but with this opaque colouring, yeah, it seems to be making good money, a bit more than usual. I would expect it to be how do you say? Yeah, it's only 5 so it's quite small. This is only 5¼ inches tall. So for a little vase like this, I'd expect it to be like £15–20, but it's sold for 73. So, and also if I jump back one on here, look, from a lot of these, look at all this. You've got 4 in this texture. You've got multiples of the different, like this. Look, they've got these brown ones. And if I go through the pages, you'll see usually there's multiples of each one, and occasionally singles. This is a single. So yeah, I'm comfortable. When they said rare, they mean it. £88 is probably an okay price, because I think it's a bit taller than this one. And as I said, the prices are going up, and I don't know when this sold. So yeah, if you're a Medina collector, you're probably running down there to buy it because it's probably super rare. But anyway, that's, yeah, I'm learning here, and it's rare. I don't have. Also, the other thing is, it mentions a book, and it's quite expensive when you can find it. This Margaret Harris Medina, yeah, Mark Hill books. I think you need to get them when they come out, because they're quite expensive.
This is interesting as well. With the pattern in the middle, blue splatter vase. Oh no, it is two-sided. I thought it was one-sided looking at it. Let's have a look underneath. And it says Phyllis 96. Yeah, I don't recognise that at all. I mean, the way the pondle's done and everything is like a Chinese one, but Phyllis 96. What is that?
So, after a bunch of searches on names like Philin, anyway, a whole bunch of searches, I couldn't find that glass maker. So I took another approach. I found this is Great Glass. They have a several pages with different manufacturers. Yeah, it's not here. I then tried 20th Century Glass. They have a page with various signatures. Not here either. I then tried Wikipedia, and they have a list of glass artists. A lot of American ones. It's not here either. So yeah. So my question is, if anybody out there knows who that maker is, I will repost that vase, and I'll give you a credit too for telling me who made it. So yeah, because I really want to know. I've not seen it before, so it might be pretty rare. Anyway, if you do give me a response, thank you very much.
These are interesting. I've not seen these before. She got vintage Japanese case tricorn. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and find those. They are very interesting things. I've not seen them before at all.
So unfortunately, I'm back with 20th Century Glass. Yeah, so this is the Japanese. It's called Wales Biomorphic Bowl. I spent quite a long time searching to see, are there any other good references for Japanese glass out there? Could I find anything? And the answer is no. I did find more examples of the bowl. This one's obviously a cut and paste because they know it's Japanese, and then down here they've said Murano. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but anyway, £20, buy it now. This blue one. There's another one here. £30, buy it now in yellow. What else did I find? Yeah, no, this was a site just had some Japanese glass, and yeah, this one they'd lost this was just about Japanese glass in general, but it's modern, so or brand new, I think. So yeah, 20th Century Glass seems to be the place. It is a really good site. I don't know whose site it is, but they know this stuff, and they don't overdo it, because like he's got no reference here, so he's not giving a name. I did see someone give another name, Kamei, Kamei, but yeah, I've got no reference with that, no labels or anything like that. So yeah, that's not a strong reference.
Yeah, there's a few people make these kinds of vases. Whitefriars do a similar kind of thing. There's some Scandinavian. I'll see if I can find this one though. Let's have a punt around, see if I can find it. I think Hadland might make them as well, with this, not just all one colour, but with the gap around the edge. So that would be quite interesting to try and find that.
Hadland does a few bowls with coloured middle, clear edge like this. This is the most unlike one that they do. Then there's this one, which is similar, but this is the colour that green. They wouldn't do a kind of like a shade of green that's not quite right. We put it that way. And the shape of these is not right either. So I don't think it's this. There's also, hang on, where's it gone? That one. Is it this one? Yeah, they also do it with like a turned up edge. So it's not that. But I had a thought and thought Magnor is the other big Norwegian company. I thought, I think they do it as well. And yeah, this looks more like the form of it, forget the colour, the form of it, the thickness of the rim and everything, they've got, if you go back here to, they've got other colours, but this colour looks like a match. I know it's a different form, but yeah, I think it's Magnol. They do different colours as well. There's only a couple on here, but yeah, I think it's them. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. Magnol do this in all sorts of weird shapes as well, but yeah, that's what I think it is.
Back near the entrance there's a bunch of swung vases. Yeah, I don't know who would make these. I mean, this is a decanter without stopper. How much is that? Yeah, it's not very much either. So yeah, I don't recognise those. I might try and have a look through the swung vases, see if anything pops up.
I have been trying to find out if I can ID any of those swung vases by just Googling and seeing if I can pick anything up. They're also called finger vases because they look like they've got fingers on the end. Yeah, the problem here is that there's none in 20th century glass, so yeah, I've had a look around in other references. Yeah, it's not going well. And there's just so many of them, and a lot of them are just not ID'd in here. I think the two brown ones are actually from this here. Only, yeah, the owner of those don't know what they are either. So they are, I think they are in the US, but yeah, that doesn't really help me very much. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we are with those.
There's a bunch of stuff here I don't recognise. Cut glass. These are nice. This is a nice stylish champagne coupe. It says 1960s, this is probably right. And also, look at these 12 baby shams. These are 1970s ones because the little D's are yellow. And obviously this is the same period as well because it's yellow too. So yeah, I've never seen actually so many. Normally you see like 3 or 4, maybe 5 maybe, but not that many.
So I wasn't entirely convinced that I'd got the baby sham thing right, so I thought I'll come back to my reference, this blog by The Life of D. Someone who's obviously very clearly interested in baby sham glasses. So anyway, Life D, what she shows you is the white ones are from the 50s. The brown ones with the ribbon and the legs stretched out are from the 60s. Then the yellow ones with the knees bent back, like the ones we were looking at, are from the 70s. And then you've got brown ones with the knees bent back, which are a bit more cartoony looking, I think. Are they more cartoony than that one? They're both very cartoony looking anyway. Cutesy, I would say. And the other one, they're from the 80s. And then you've got all sorts of stuff going on after that, because I know I've seen a few others like from year 2000 and stuff like that, celebratory ones, collectibles even. But anyway, yeah, what we're looking at is one of these, and it is from the 70s.
Next shelf down, there's a bunch more cut glass that I don't really know. These might be crystal dark or something. They're hot glasses because they're round bulbs on top of the long stems. But these are nice. Can you see this one here? It's difficult to tell. Got beautiful cut stem. If I just zoom in on that stem, see how fine that is. Yeah, that is a nice quality glass. Another nice champagne glass, not quite as nice as the other ones above. You've also got baby sham, white baby sham, so that's a 1950s one. And then behind it there's a pedestal salt boat. It's a Waterford one. Yeah, so that's modernish, but see if I can get in close on it so you can look at the pattern a bit better, because it's kind of like there. Can you see that? Yeah, so I'll look that one up.
So the salt boat at the back there was Waterford. I found a couple of examples of the same salt boat here. I found other examples, but this one is good because, yeah, they're showing you the mark. So on the side of the foot, the one that we were looking at probably has exactly the same mark. You just need to know where to look for it. So normally if you're looking for marks, you look underneath, and unless you go, oh yeah, I need to look on all four sides of this, you wouldn't know it was there. And also, this is a post-war piece, so it's not like from the classic era. In fact, I can show you something just to show you what this is copying. It's called a pedestal salt boat, and I'll show you what it's copying from my own collection. Yeah, on my website I have a section on cruets here at the top. If you go in there, you can see there's a section on pedestal salt boats, and yeah, so these are all, you know, 200 years old plus, but you get the idea of what we're looking at here. This is the kind of thing, and some of these may have been made at Waterford. It would have been Waterford Penrose though it was called then, but anyway, this is what the class of glass it is. It's a pedestal salt boat, and you can see they're all kind of vaguely a similar kind of shape.
So there we go, Ralph Lauren crystal. Who knew? Who knew? I didn't even knew it existed until I just thought, okay, I'm going to find this even if it kills me. But anyway, yeah, so that's it. So all the references I used will be in the description below. Contact details for Rutland Antiques and Art Centre will be in the description below. And what else? And please remember to like and subscribe because it really helps my channel. And so yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good night. Good night.